Sports 56 Grind Time with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Now, here's Peter and Anthony.
Welcome in, everybody, to a brand new week of Grind Time right here, Real Sports Dog Sports 56 and 98.5, live from the Family Leisure Studios. Woo! We got a lot to get to.
Yes, we do, sir. How are you?
A crazy weekend. Really, really was. Both good and bad. You had some of the highest highs and some of the lowest lows. All kind of wrapped up together. Same building. Down at FedEx Forum. It was the site of a very, very special night on Saturday and a very concerning night on Friday. And boy, I don't know. It was from the ridiculous to the sublime. We're going to talk about both ends of the spectrum coming up for the next 2 hours here on Grind Time with all of you. I hope you had a very good weekend. Hope you were able to stay safe Friday night. After that Tiger debacle, there was an enormous amount of very, very nasty storms. I know a lot of people in our listening area were devastated by those storms. I hope our listeners are okay. I hope you've got your power back. I hope you've got everything sorted out as much as you can. It was a very scary situation. I'm sure, like a lot of you, we were huddled up in the old house. I got the kids awake. Everyone kind of huddled in just to make sure we stayed safe because it was a scary deal. It turned out it was a historic storm, the longest single tornado run in recorded United States history, over 250 miles. That same storm blew through 64 deaths. Just a nasty situation. So hope you're okay. I hope you didn't sustain too much damage.
Absolutely.
And I hope everybody's good to go. Of course, I am Peter Edmiston, joined by the one and only Anthony Sane.
What it do?
As well, producing the program. What's up, man? How are you?
Good, brother. I kind of forgot about the tornado. Just how,
Yeah, how crazy the weekend was.
Eventful this weekend was, for sure. Yeah, kind of forgot about it. Gabe brought some built-in laughter with that whole situation. I woke him up when it was going on, attempting to get him to move to shelter, and Gabe was like, I don't give a crap about any of this.
He had the power of Penny's prayer around him.
Yeah,
man.
we sheltered in place inside the bathroom, which is the most centermost place in my apartment or whatever. And I told Gabe, I said, Gabe, go get your iPad real fast. You can be semi-occupied while we're waiting for inevitable destruction. So he runs and gets back into bed. So I was like, all right, screw it. But yeah, sirens were blazing. I live in the Midtown area, awfully close to Arkansas, the bridge or whatever. So yeah, it hit a little different in my area. I'm not sure if sirens were going off everywhere in the city, but they definitely were going off near my house.
I believe they were.
For
yeah,
sure.
I think so. It was there was a lot. It was a pretty nasty situation, and of course, those of you that were far north, it feels like our friends in Northwest Tennessee get just blistered every time there's a storm.
Mm-hmm.
They just get popped, and it was no exception here. So pretty nasty stuff,
Yep.
but. Pretty nasty stuff on the court on Friday as well, as the Tigers lost again, this time to the Ja Morantless Murray State Racers. Ja was not on that team, and they still managed to lose to Murray State.
Neither was Isaiah Cannon. He wasn't on there either.
Neither was Isaiah Cannon.
Campaign wasn't there.
Tevin Brown.
Yeah.
wasn't
Maurice
there,
Cannons from back in the day wasn't on there.
No, Cannon Motors was not there. None of those. Nick Cannon didn't make the trip. It was ugly. Well, third loss of the year as a double-digit favorite for the University of Memphis, which is pretty stunning. They are certainly not a double-digit favorite tomorrow night in that matchup. We'll discuss that coming up as well, and just kind of what in the world is going on, because it has gone from bad to worse. And I don't know where we are right now. We're going to discuss all that coming up. That next night, though, we went from, as I said, from the ridiculous to the sublime, where we had a truly historic, special, really, really fun, really awesome, really emotional night down at FedEx Forum for the retirement ceremony for the number 50, Zach Randolph. I won't say the jersey's retired because the jersey's not up in the stands. It's 50 with a CD, or it's supposed to be a vinyl, but it looks like a CD.
They retired Moneybags jersey.
Yeah, they retired
Moneybags.
3-6's Academy Award winning platinum album. I don't know, but anyway, what a night though. What a special night it was. Very unique. Very. It was a special night. It really was. It was unique to Memphis, and you'll never see a ceremony where the players' jersey number is unveiled, followed by
whoop that trick,
a whoop that trick
rendition,
and Al Capone in person.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop that trick, whoop. Yeah, you'll never
a local ditty by
that does not happen in
Al Capone.
in Milwaukee where they when they retire a jersey.
No. Can we end the?
It was great.
Can we end the why are we playing whoop that trick stuff too?
I hope so.
People need to educate themselves on what he's talking about in this song. It's really simple, bro. If you go watch Hustle and Flow, you'll realize he's not talking about prostitutes. He's not talking about a woman at all. He's talking about it's Memphis, and it's a trick, man. It's just you just know what they are, bro, and it has nothing to do with beating up on women. So just let's end that whole how inappropriate this song is to play at games. It's actually not. Blake Griffin, trick. Chris Paul, he's a trick. I mean, I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of people who live in Memphis but don't really know Memphis, and they try to say
it's not a literal whoop. It's not a literal trick. It's not a literal whoop.
It's talking about a literal whoop, but it's not talking about a prostitute nor a woman. All that needs to end. Stop.
It's a basketball whoop.
Yeah.
I don't. They're not.
But I'm talking about in the song, in the literal song, whoop that trick.
They're
not talking
I'm
about
just saying
beating women or prostitutes.
No. But I'm saying you're playing it in that. The spirit of we play all sorts of songs that aren't like we're not to be taken literally. Mm-hmm. I don't know why we have to.
Sick of it, man. I'm sick of it.
I don't know why we have to discuss that and keep bringing that up. But yeah, people need to educate themselves. It's stupid. It continues to be stupid.
Yeah.
But what a night it was. We're going to talk about that, talk about a reaction and all that. And the Grizzlies did win. It got a little dicey at the end of the thing, but they did hold off a red-hot Rockets team. That's weird to say, but the Rockets have been playing extremely well. So that is not a bad win. It's not like when the Grizzlies beat them by 30 a few weeks ago and the Rockets were playing terrible. This is actually a better version of the Rockets they beat. They'll play a better Philadelphia team tonight. And, boy, the league's got there's some significant COVID situations that are starting to emerge all throughout the league, most notably with Chicago.
Oh, man.
We'll talk about that coming up on the program. Plus, a lot of the trade rumors are starting. This is the week when a lot of players who are signed in the offseason can be traded. And, because you have to wait 90 days from the contract or 120 days. But anyway, December 15th is the day, and that happens to be Wednesday when a lot of those contracts become tradable. And that sort of that in coincides with the G League Showcase that's going on at the end of the week as well. A lot of GMs kind of get together at the G League Showcase, and then those contracts are kind of tradable. So then that sort of tends to kick off trade season in the NBA. So from here until first week of February, that's kind of trade season for the NBA. And immediately the disappointing Boston Celtics and Jaylen Brown is being mentioned.
But not by the Boston Celtics, which is why I'm not really raising an eyebrow to any of this.
No. And they're not going to. I mean, they're not going to. But it is different. I mean, you have Brad Stevens. Now in charge rather than Danny Ainge. You have Ime Udoka as a coach. I mean, it's a little bit of a different group. So
and you got people really calling them out, like different national media people really shining a light on how much of a disaster that whole Boston Celtics situation is looking.
There's no question about it. So, so we'll discuss that coming up here on the program here for the next couple of hours. Mayor Mike, we got Mayor Mike today.
I have not talked to Mayor Mike. I can't confirm over the break.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll find out together if we have Mayor Mike or not. So if you want to join us, you can on the AutoZone listener line. Get in the zone, AutoZone. There you go. AutoZone listener line, phone and text 360-8255, 360-8255. Anthony's saying, do you want to start with the good or do you want to start with the bad?
Man, come on, get the bad. Because, you know what? No, man. Let's do the good. Because the good was super celebratory, man. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I agree with you because I think we're gonna have plenty of time to get into all the other negative stuff that's out there. But the positive stuff, man, that was a special night. Zach Randolph, his number retired. No one will ever wear the number 50. It was touching to see Marc Gasol make it all the way back from Spain, where he's playing for a second-tier Spanish league team in his hometown of Barcelona. It's actually just outside of Barcelona, a place called Girona, where he's part owner of that team. So he's playing for them, and it's kind of a kind of a fun little special thing right there. Terrific stuff to see him here.
Right.
Lionel Hollins back in the house. Chris Wallace back in the house, and it was he got very emotional talking about Zach Randolph's mom. And which was I thought was very nice.
Pause. Let me jump in. I got a bone to pick with Chris Wallace. Me and you both are wrestling fans. We have Dustin Starr on this show once a week. Darian is a wrestling fan as well. Chris Wallace did something that you call getting cheap pops on Saturday night. I wasn't feeling it at all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Like, everyone knows about Zebo's mom. Everybody knows that his mom passed away. To get a pretty much indifferent, on the verge of, only reason why I'm not booing is because of the occasion response when Chris Wallace comes out. And then you come out playing to the crowd, man. Like, you're playing to Zebo's emotions. And like, why are we talking about Zebo's mom on the day of celebration? What if Zebo had got upset and broke down crying during that time? I know I'm probably the only person who has his take in the city, but I just thought that was goofy for Chris Wallace to even go there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that's a goofy take. I'll agree with that.
You saying I'm goofy?
Yes. Yeah, I think that take.
Darian, where you at on this?
He wasn't out of line, but there wasn't a place for it. I feel what he's saying.
No, I thought it was.
Man.
It wasn't out of line, but it wasn't the place.
No, it was. That's a guy that had. It was. I thought it was. And Zebo's reaction, I think, told the story, which was he was appreciative. Man, Zebo.
He just put his hand on his heart.
The mom, yeah, exactly. The mom, like his mom hadn't been brought. That's a special time to bring up your mom. I know as someone who's I've lost my mom, and
he could have got on it and got up off of it to me, man. Like he was on this too long.
You're just being hypercritical.
He doubled down. He doubled down.
And you could tell the fact that his voice choked, like he choked up, like he had.
I saw Dave Yeager sit there and cry in front of the news.
That was an emotional thing.
I sat there and watched Dave Yeager sit there and cry in front of all y'all, and it was fake as hell. I don't care about anybody crying tears. That mean it was.
What does Chris Wallace have to gain from any of that?
It was a cheap pop, bro. It was a cheap pop to me.
For what? What do you mean
it was gaining sympathy for himself.
No one sympathizes with Chris.
I wasn't feeling it. Sorry. Anyway.
No, that's a classic petty saying take.
Hey, Mark being there was
because that's not even. It was just nice. It was nice to see. It was nice to see.
Zebo, I just wish your mom could be here, man. Stop it, bro. Like I hate when people do that anyway. Because I had a friend whose wife passed away. I do not talk to him about his wife passing away at all. Like we don't talk about it, and it irritates me when people come over to his house and try to cry him up, like try to get a cry out of him. Like, bro, let the man grieve, man.
No one's trying to cry anyway. Let the man grieve.
No one's trying to. Chris Wallace, get out of here, man.
It wasn't a funeral.
If someone asked me about my mom, I would say, okay,
they're
not like trying to get me to cry. If someone's like, man, I wish your mom was here to see this, I'd be like, yeah, me too, man. I appreciate
he could have just said, Zebo, we appreciate you.
He did. He brought it up for like 2 seconds, and he went on to something else.
I hate your mom. Can't. No, it went, but you go back and watch it. That man.
Yeah, he was like, she would walk through that door and she would sit right there.
It's like he was trying to get a response, bro. Get out of here, Chris Wallace. Anyway, shout out to Mark. Mark, like he still could, give us some minutes off the bench. We might have get Mark for this playoff run.
The hater.
No, bro, I just wasn't feeling it, bro. It was too much for me, bro.
Yeah,
it's just me.
I think is it just because you don't want to talk about that stuff? Is that
I hate to see people try to cry people up. Period. And it came off like he was
trying to cry anyone up.
It came off like he was trying to cry him up.
You bring up somebody that's dead doesn't mean you're trying to cry somebody up.
I wasn't feeling it. I was cool with the Mark thing. I hate that Blake Griffin tricked I don't know how much I can. I don't know if I can combine words on the radio, but yeah, I don't know how much. I hate Blake Griffin couldn't come on there and say what he had to say. I like Chris Paul being on there. The Ice Cube thing was super dope that they were able to pull that off. Yeah, that was really good.
Great.
Lionel looked good. Lionel had the beard going.
Did you see Coach? That's always
Who?
my coach. Coach Lionel.
Oh yeah.
That's
it
my
was good
coach,
stuff,
man.
It was good stuff.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed all that stuff. It was awesome to see everybody back in the mix. It was phenomenal. Like, it was a really good night. Really good night to get everybody back. The memories were great. I noticed there was they did not bring up a lot of TA was not so. There was one little quote from TA basically. That was about it. That was an awkward kind of situation because I'm sure he would have wanted to be there. What was cool though is I was up there in the in kind of the media area up in the second the club level, and Zebo was up there 2 or 3 times like throughout the game, just hanging out, just shaking hands, just saying hello, taking pictures with everybody, just like up in the mix with like in the concourse with fans. I saw bunches of fans just come up to him and just say, "Oh, Zebo this," take tons of pictures. Like he was just one of the people. He's milling about before and during the game, like with all the people. Man, it was great. It was because I think that was very appropriate for Zach. It wasn't like he was out there just doing his own thing. I thought it was awesome to see. And then, man, it was just a special thing, man. It was really a great reminder of what he was all about, and to go back to those incredible days, and this is great. I thought it was just awesome.
The bongo lady thing was cool.
Did you see her? The bongo lady.
Yeah, that was cool.
She kind of ran out of steam.
She did. She got tired.
She's out of practice a little bit.
The bongos, man.
But just like a true professional, she crunk it back up. Just like a true professional, she got back on it. She caught it.
She crunk it back up.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, she crunk it back up.
I like that. I like that better.
They did the Zebo vignettes. Whatever.
Oh yeah.
They did. Those,
they brought back some of the old vignettes, which was great.
Yeah.
Our
vignettes have been kind of trash too, bro. Like our vignettes aren't as good as they used to be. Like by far.
Yeah. I think the old Jason Potter. He has departed. I think he was a good creative influence on some of those. So yeah, it was nice to see Zebo's deep thoughts. And,
it was good stuff, man.
Yeah,
I know you guys didn't notice they ran out of the commemorative gifts. I caught myself trying to get there early, and they still ran
because
out.
they only said first
5,000.
Oh yeah, they were in there, man. They were in there.
So I got to hit one of y'all for it.
Yeah, listen, my man coming in here talking about he comes to see me right after you left. And Darian's got himself.
I saw a star, man.
He got a beer. He got the beer. He's been in the suite. Yeah, Darian's hanging out in the suite with.
He came up there to where you were.
Oh yeah.
I walked past. I was walking with some buddies, and I saw a star sitting there by itself.
Yeah, you missed both of us. We just left.
I saw the other star. He got
downstairs. He called me. I talked to. I just talked to him. He's out there with a beer, just like, I gotta go back to my suite. I got all this delicious food and beverage and all this.
Oh yeah, he was balling.
Yeah,
can we? I don't want to. I mean, after I destroyed Chris Wallace just then, I don't want to come off like I'm being super negative because the night was incredible. Don't get it twisted. 3-6 Mafia performing. All that was great. No, but I'm just saying.
DJ Paul.
Yeah, DJ. That's enough. That's half of the that's enough. I would love to see Juicy J though. But,
no, it was good. Young Buck, 8-Ball, MJG. It was good. It was a good little mix.
Yeah. What I was about to say. The album In the Sky thing. I wasn't feeling it at all, and I hope that they
do something about it.
They change it.
Correct it. That needs to be a Grizzly jersey.
Needs to be a jersey, man. I'm sorry. Like
that sucked.
I get the whole theme they were doing with the albums, but I actually don't get the whole thing they were doing. I know the Zebo has moved on to be a music mogul.
That's not
and a giant. I get that, but
nope. I think that's all three of us.
I think that was cool that was a nice theme. But between now and next season, let's go ahead and put something that shakes up there, man.
I'm fine.
It's an ugly look, man.
I didn't like it,
because I wanted to be one of the first people to take a picture of the before and after because I noticed it up in the rafters. I was like, oh, that's the before deal. But when they took that down and I saw a record, I was like,
So what do you do with Mark? Do you not put a jersey?
That needs to be Grizzly jersey. I don't know why
that's
we're
what I'm
doing
saying.
that.
Like, what do you do with other guys?
I listen. I think we'll just kind of see what happens with if that's going to be.
I think they're going to change it.
But like for example, I was thinking about this. Like everyone's talking about the jerseys or what. Like Boston, for example, doesn't have jerseys. They just have numbers. Like you don't have to have the jersey specifically up there.
But they look like Celtics jerseys, though, don't they? Pete?
Yeah, it's something.
No, they're just green and white. They're just green and white, but they don't look like Celtics jerseys. It's just a number. It's a big one big banner with a whole bunch of numbers on it. Like that's what it is.
But it's all uniform, though, Peter. Are they going to throw up a Marcus All record?
We just got done talking about how unique the ceremony was.
Yeah.
So why couldn't they do something unique and have Mark be I don't know.
I kind of blame us for this, man, because we're the
vegetable
ones.
garden. Why can't he? I mean,
a beet up there.
A tapas, the tapas platter or something like that. I don't know. It's.
Oh God!
Mike Conley could be like a golf club, like
a bowling ball. A bowling ball
it's
for Mike
a
Conley.
Oh yeah.
Did you say jackfruit?
It's a jackfruit fool.
So what we put for Tony Allen? What round object can we put up there for Tony?
Some dice.
No comment. I'm just gonna leave that alone.
Put some dice up there, man. Ice Cube had dice in the mirror. Dice in the mirror.
Just gonna leave that alone.
But seriously though, I think it's kind of our fault though, Peter. Because we called the Grizzlies out and said, "Hey, we're in Memphis. There's a ton of Memphis rap is the biggest thing in hip hop right now." And they responded to that. They leaned all the way into it.
They did. I give them credit. They leaned into it. There's no doubt. I mean, like I said, I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
I know it bothered a lot of people. It doesn't bother me.
It's a very minor complaint.
I think it's unique. I don't think you got to do the same thing like as everybody else. So I think it's cool. Like it's up there as a album. When Mark's number's retired, if it's something different, soccer ball or what, I don't know, whatever, that's fine too. I think you got to have your own unique thing. So I think that's a special situation. And if you look at the numbers that are retired around the league, not all of them are represented by jerseys. They're represented by different types of stuff. So I think that's fine. It was just a great night. It was just a fun night, and it just felt. Anybody who's a hater, and I'm not talking about like Anthony Sane style hater. I'm talking about a
real deal hater.
Yeah, a real deal hater. Like people who really were like, Zach should have his number retired. Man, you can't watch that other night and experience the emotion of what that was and not get it, and not get what this guy was, not get what it meant, what his time here meant. As part of that whole group, he was in so many ways like the kind of the heart of that whole thing, like the beating heart. You could just feel the emotions riding through Zach. So many people in this city, really embodied themselves through what Zach was doing on the floor. You could just see and feel it. And, the fact that he, like, I think it's even more special. We talked about, Mark, Mike, Zach, and we had that funny discussion about, what's, the difference between them and who's the real this and that and all that. And like you can joke about that, but really I think they represent two sides of the same coin. Mark and Zach. Mark represents the guy that came to Memphis as a kid, like a lot of folks did. They were born here or they came here early on and they grew to love the city and all that stuff. And they grew up here and they adapted to what Memphis was all about. And then, Zach is a guy that moved here professionally later in his life and who fell in love with the city. And for a lot of people, that's an even more special thing, that you came to Memphis and you chose to make it a part of your life, that you chose to be part of Memphis. You didn't, you weren't like made to come here. You chose it. So, each guy has their own separate claim as far as like, quote unquote Memphian. But, Zach, it's very special that he has adopted Memphis as kind of his city. Like that was a cool deal. And then to watch a Michigan State, player in Xavier Tillman with the greatest two posters, but that first one was
nuts.
He murdered Sengun, like
boy.
one of the greatest posters I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Like,
let me throw this out there too. Sengun is the real deal. Like, dude, he's like a short Pau Gasol, like for real. He's like a shorter Pau.
Phenomenal passer. Like he just is
skilled. He's good, man. That dude's gonna be good.
He's a good. I tried to tell you about turkey bologna. You wouldn't listen to me. That's fine.
Hey, bro. Hey, don't get mad at me, man. Get mad at Houston for not playing the dude, because that's what That's what I'm.
I was shocked he wasn't playing at the end. I mean, at the end of the game, they weren't playing. I said, "What are you doing? Like this dude's out here. Like this dude, he was balling. Like he put like freaking Santi Aldama. God bless him. Got sent back to Spain by Sengun. Sengun just ate him alive.
Yeah.
15 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal for Sengun in his 23 minutes. That ain't bad.
Yeah, he's good, man. And what do you think about Silas, man? I'm starting to think, dude.
I think he's a good coach, man.
Yeah.
I think he's
for real.
He's actually a good coach. Like, I mean, this year they're
Yeah.
I mean, it's a miserable situation for them. So, but I think he's good, man. I think he's a good coach, and I think he comes from good family and all that stuff. So I got no issue with the guy. I'm there for him. It was great, but it was a great night though. Seriously though, great night. I hope all you guys were there to watch and to see what has turned into a really fun season, but a really fun night for the team. When we come back, maybe a less fun night for Memphis. Not as much fun, not as much joy. So we got the good news out of the way. Time for the bad news. When we come back, we'll talk Tigers and what has to happen from here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. Can anyone explain to me why anyone would care how I measure your roof? We've all heard about measuring your roof from outer space. Well, to be honest, that's not possible. There are aerial pictures that can be taken every 4 years that can be used to measure most buildings, but it's not from outer space. Besides, no one, and I mean no one, can tell you what's wrong with your roof or even if you need one looking at pictures that could be 4 years old. If you'd rather do business with a family-owned and operated business with a lifelong tie to Memphis that refuses to mislead or use gimmicks, give us a call. Best products, best warranties, and the best service we know how to give. Fiveash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage, factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Testing? Hey, can you hear me? You can? Well, if you enjoy hunting or shooting, how important is your hearing? If your kids hunt and shoot, how can you protect their hearing? Well, the guys at Tactical Guns and Gear in Collierville can get you set up with a silencer for your rifle, handgun, even your shotgun. I promise they'll get you on your way to a much more enjoyable shooting experience. They have more silencers in stock than you'll find anywhere, and so much more, all in one stop. Save your hearing while you still can. Tactical Guns and Gear, Highway 72 in Collierville. Can you hear me now?
Rich Eisen here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One with a matchup preview featuring the top two teams in the NFC West, the Cardinals and the Rams. Arizona has the best record in the league at 10-2, and their star quarterback Kyler Murray came back from a month-long ankle injury with 2 touchdowns in the air and 2 on the ground against the Bears. Murray says it was good to be back in action.
Yeah, it felt good. I mean, just to be out there, moving around, kind of, being myself, just playing the game that I love to play with these guys. It was fun. Glad we got the win. It's great to be back.
Matthew Stafford and the Rams are 8-4, looking to avenge their loss to the Cardinals back in Week 4. Kevin Harlan and a Hall of Famer named Kurt Warner will have the call on Monday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL all season long, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
For the ones who are always in the know.
Delivery confirmed.
For the ones who keep things running. For the innovators and the problem solvers. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, experienced staff at local branches, and free access to experts to help answer your toughest questions. So whatever challenge you face, we have the knowledge and products to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
This is...
Oh, yeah. All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
We got to get into it. It's becoming a Monday tradition.
For sure.
The What is Wrong with the Tigers segment of the program.
Yeah.
Whew. Boy, oh boy. Tigers lose to Murray State. And a game that they were up by 14 at the half. Up by 14 at the half, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
40 to 26. It was everything was looking great. It was looking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't. The blink of an eye.
All of a sudden. It's as if one team went into halftime and changed some stuff.
And made some adjustments.
Yeah.
And made some changed some things around. Yeah, I agree. It's almost as if that were the case. Almost as if the teams had switched coaches, Memphis would have won by 25 or 30 points. Almost.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Peter, there are two words to describe this Tiger basketball season the best to me. And I say this.
This is like X-Pac?
Yes.
I got two words for you.
I say this with a caveat.
Is that the two words?
I say this with a caveat. No one was a bigger idol of mine than Penny Hardaway growing up as a middle school to high school, college age person. Penny, that goes without saying. I'm pulling for him. I have several bias. I will defend him at all costs. I want to see him do well. I want to see this program do well under his leadership. Regardless of any of that, if you ask me to give my honest opinion of what I see playing out this year, it is coaching malpractice. All the stuff you're saying is the results of a totally mishandled situation. And I see people breaking down specific plays and, man, we just got to hit free throws. No, man, this is Murray State. This was Ole Miss. This was who Georgia. No, man.
Ole Miss who lost by 23 to Western Kentucky.
Yeah, it's man, if we just no, man, those should not be the Monday morning conversations about the teams that we're losing to. When we sat right here in these very seats Friday, and we were talking about this Murray State game, I wasn't gonna stand out there and be brave enough to say Memphis was gonna lose that game, but I said everything but Memphis was gonna lose that game Friday. Man, there's something extremely wrong with this team, bro. And it's not an Alex Lomax thing. It's not a we need to start Tyler Harris. No, man, it's not a it's not. I hear a lot of things about individual guys when collectively this whole situation is a CF, man. Like I can't say it on the radio, but it's a shame, bro. And it's like, and we've said this
cluster fudge.
Yeah. Shout out to
favorite holiday treats.
Yeah,
the
cluster fudge. Shout out to Ralphie from the Christmas store. Yeah.
Oh,
fudge. She would have said this very well. But no, man, it's horrible, man. And it's like, and I'm seeing people like, Penny needs to step down and they need to let Larry Brown be the coach. Man, just shut up. That is the stupidest take in the world. Like Larry Brown looks like he's ready to take a nap during these games. Like he's not ready to be a head coach of the University of Memphis right now. Like this sounds good in theory, but that's the dumbest thing I hear people say. Penny, like I've said this time and time again, me personally, I would have had no shame if Penny Hardaway pretty much, I'm talking about day one 4 years ago, if Penny one would have acknowledged the truth that, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. This is new to me. I'm a 16-year-old with a Lamborghini. Like this, I don't know what I'm doing. I was gifted this team off of my name, off of my past as an NBA player, off of my connections with AAU, off of the great, hey, I know James Wiseman. He's probably coming if I come. All those things are true. All Penny really had to do, I said this last week, all Penny really had to do, come in, hey, glad to be here. I'm gonna put a talent-studded coaching staff around me. Not my friends, not NBA players who just start playing in the NBA. I'm going to put some actual because I'm the greatest recruiter in the world. All the recruiting is going to come down to me anyway. It's not going to come down to Mike Miller. It's not going to come down to Sam Mitchell. It's not going to come down to Larry Brown. It's not going to come down to Rasheed Wallace. I'm freaking Penny Hardaway. None of these dudes can recruit better than me because guess what? If these guys stop coaching here, they're probably going to stop doing coaching altogether. They're probably going to be at the house. I'm Penny Hardaway. Nobody on this staff will be able to recruit better than me. Let me get some real coaches around me. It's like some guys who actually know what they're doing, who I can listen to them, and I can sit back and let them be the dude while I'm learning how to do this. I would have been fine if that was Penny's approach. But you know what we got? We want all the smoke. You know what I mean? We got a circus, man. And I remember my brother. My brother says some things sometimes that come off odd when it comes down to sports. But he said something the first season about Penny, and it's been true ever since. He said, man, little bro, you know what I get? You know what I don't rub me right? Like, why we got to see Penny logo all over everything? Like, they just don't rub me right. And I was like, man, you crazy. Like, I'm just riding hype. They're like, man, you crazy. It's 1 cent. It's 1 cent. Well, you think about it, man, that is a precursor of what we see now. Like, it's a pride thing, man. Like, it's like you know what I mean? Like, Penny went about his whole approach this last 4 years absolutely wrong to me. And we're seeing the result of that now. And it's ridiculous, man. I see people trying to break down, like, plays and, when this happened, I'm like, bro, like, those dudes are lost. They don't know. There's no, like, Alo stole the ball, and he stepped into the corner, did a step back, shot a three-pointer. It was very reminiscent of Carlton when he took the shot. Wasn't it Carlton that took the shot on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? It was very reminiscent of Carlton. Yeah, the shot that didn't really get to, yeah. But anyway, let me wrap this up because I'm on grandstanding. But there's no lead, there's no pecking order, man. Like okay, Memphis is down 1. Who are you calling to play? Who are you calling to play for? You should know the answer. You should know the answer to that. At game, what are we at game 11, 10?
Tyler Harris?
You should know. Like there should be a clear answer to that. All right, if Tyler's not open, who gets the shot? Who knows? You know what I mean? It's like bro. Like he I'm gonna say this and I'm done. He absolutely handled this team like he did high school, like he did AAU, where we had all-star teams playing against teams that were nowhere close to him in skill. You can sub out guys every 2 minutes and platoon swap and play guys in 4-minute intervals and, just keep running guys in because you're vastly better.
On the other side.
Yeah,
you're
vastly better than everybody in the state. That doesn't work. You can't out-talent college basketball. You can't. I'm done, man. Y'all got me upset again. I got my blood pressure up. Y'all got my glaucoma hazed up. I can't even see out one side of my eye. Anyway, go ahead.
It's I absolutely I mean I fully agree with that. I think at this point now everyone is kind of getting the feel for what's really happening here, and it's ugly. Coaching malpractice I think is is exactly right. It's a brutal time.
Man, it's horrible.
The Tigers, and I don't know, man. I think I definitely agree with a lot of what you had to say. To me, they don't look like a team that has any idea what they're doing on any given situation. Even defensively, they're not what they were in years past. This team just doesn't look like they don't look like they get along. They don't look like they like each other, which they don't. It doesn't seem that they do. They don't make each other stronger. They make each other weaker. They complement each other's weaknesses rather than each other's strengths. The mentality of the team. They play so scared. They just play worried. They play like they're tight. It's the old lemon booty from the Chris Crawford's famous quote about Southern Miss. That's what the whole team plays like.
Yeah,
they got that lemon booty. It's everything just.
And I wonder why, Coach. I wonder why they have that, Petty.
I know, and it's not difficult to figure out why that might be. They are so poorly coached. They don't have like anybody who is a true point guard on this team. Alex Lomax is not that guy.
No, Tyler Harris.
Tyler Harris is not that guy. Imani Bates is clearly not that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you get a roster together and not have the most important position in college have a plan for it? It's like they don't even have a plan for it.
And if you
like
don't,
they didn't commit to the like. If you had an idea about Imani Bates being a point guard and you committed to it, and you really like went.
Yeah,
through
we could have rolled with it.
You rode with it. Like he was going to make some mistakes, going to be some ups and downs, but like you just kind of kept going with it. Like that was your plan. Okay, fair enough.
You just said
like,
screw it at this point. We ain't got one.
This is going to be our plan. Like fine. They don't have a plan.
Yeah.
They go from one. He goes from one extreme to the other. Alex Lomax is not a plan. It's amazing to me that after all this time, when push comes to shove, he goes back to Alex Lomax and Tyler Harris as the backcourt. Like as if you hadn't drafted.
Went back 4 years ago.
Recruited like a whole bunch of people. It goes back to 2018 or like back to AAU. Like what?
Yeah.
What? Josh Minot can't get on the floor.
It's wild.
For some reason, the only person in the world who can't play. He plays 11 dudes, and Josh Minot just barely kind of gets out. Like, and did you see Josh Minot's dad posting?
Nah, what did he say?
Oh yeah, Josh Minot's dad has been.
His mom's pretty vocal too. What did he say? You pulling it up?
Yeah.
And I'll say this too, man. And I'll kind of shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies organization. I'll say this. Well, first of all, I'll say this. This is a whole other conversation I was going to bring up to you in hour number 2. The Tigers are kind of in the danger zone because the city is really starting to not give a crap, especially when you got, an NBA superstar playing in the same building. The indifference is right around the corner. All right, which is a bad thing. All right, but this is what I want to say. If you don't have a point guard on your team, you have to be the rest of those guys have to be selfless to the point where they're trying to find the best opportunities for each other. Just like the other night, the Grizzlies Tyus Jones is your backup point guard. So he's starting now since Ja's out. I don't know who's playing backup when he comes out. I watched the whole game. I can't tell you who was playing backup point guard. I think it was Melton, maybe. Bane a little bit. But they were just finding each other. They were playing controlled basketball, playing as one unit. Chemistry is on point. If you got
a system.
Yeah, if you got
a system.
You got a screwed up toxic team, man. You can't do this. You can't do it without a true point guard. You have to have that guy who rallies everybody. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. But it's a mess. And the way people try to simplify it into, like, one little bit minor thing, like, man, they just stop playing the East kids. Like, man, it's way more going on with that team than that. Like, for sure. But, yeah. I'm out.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll get back into it a little. We'll talk to Mayor Mike, too. Maybe he's got some thoughts on this as we approach the holiday season. Hour number 2, we'll get back into it. We'll talk a little bit about the Grizzlies tonight as well as they take on the Sixers. We'll get into the trade talks, too, and the trade rumors that are out there. All of that as we roll on here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Get ready to command the season in your new Kia from Gossett Kia on the Pike. All with Kia's year-end push and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty to back them up. 2022 Kia Forte 41 MPG 179, only $27.99 due at signing. Or 2022 Kia Sportage LX front-wheel drive, $199 a month. Or 2022 Kia Sorento $279 a month, both only $34.99 due at signing, all 36-month leases. If you're ready to end the year in a big way, come see Bobby J today. He's ready to buy your sleigh and put you in a new Kia. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sorrento NGO 92178, MSRP $30,875. Sportage N 7017 625, MSRP 25815. Forte 8429506, MSRP 21035. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 10321. Dealer stock only.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
The Christmas sale is happening now at Family Leisure. Did you know that's where Santa goes to shop? Oh, yes. Why? Because arcades are up to 25% off. Air hockey and foosball tables, they start at just $149.99. You can get great deals on hot tubs and saunas. Let me tell you, that is perfect for the winter weather. Trampolines, up to 20% off. This is the best time to buy. Pool tables and shuffleboard tables in stock and ready for delivery. They're not waiting on a boat somewhere. Speaking of delivery, those schedules are filling up very, very fast. So reserve your date now, just in time for Christmas. It's the Family Leisure Christmas Sale. It's happening now. Remember, shop early, shop local, and shop where Santa shops. It's Family Leisure, Witten Road and I-40. It's where family and fun come together for the holidays.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
You like my Christmas tree? I've upgraded it.
Yeah, man, that's dope. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold
this is kind of my main room here.
Awfully high vaulted ceilings.
Well, it's I hope it doesn't echo too much in here.
No, that's not
This is
too
kind of
rough.
it's just sort of my playroom. It's just like air room where we like to just go and hang out and bring some of my friends and stuff.
When the NBA guys come over, that's the room.
How did you get what's it called? Frog eye, fish eye? How did you get what's it called? How'd you get that
the
effect?
fisheye lens?
Yeah,
well,
how'd you get that?
The ceiling is so big, I can't.
Yeah, okay,
I just had to kind of sit some.
I got you,
drone
bro.
up to do it.
I got you.
Honestly, so.
You ain't got to explain that.
Puff Daddy and Missy Elliott had that same lens, man.
Man, y'all done got my blood pressure up talking about the Tigers, man. I got upset, man. I don't even want. Bring Mayor Mike out, man. Calm me down. Talk about
Bring him out. Bring him out. Mayor Mike.
Mayor Mike
joins us now. Mayor Mike.
What up?
What's this Tiger stuff is bumming us out, Mayor Mike. What are you going?
Man, give us
What are
something.
you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?
Hey, man. Man, you know what, man? I can't help y'all out, bro.
Right.
I really wish I could, man, but I'm right here with you. Like, it's like, man, it's like when Michael Jordan went to the Wizards, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like your hero, man. It's like he going out bad. He going out so
Going out bad. For real, man.
You know,
it's bad.
But like when Brett Favre went to the Jets, bro. Like it's just like you going out real sad, dog. Like this how you want to go out, man? Like it's bad, man. It's bad, bro. It's like
Man,
when Snoop Dogg joined No Limit. Like, it's just horrible, bro. It's horrible.
But Mike, what on that's hilarious. On the opposite of that, as far as people
is to be sold, not to be told. Everybody knows that.
He had that one hit though with No Limit. He had that. He had that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Bro, you can't mix no West Coast rapper with no Southern rappers. Nah, fam, it was terrible.
Yeah, that was whack too, Pete. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Mike, you talked about how some of your heroes. You talked about seeing your heroes fall off. I think today you can talk about not a particular person that's a hero, but a part of town that's a hero that used to be the lick. That it fell off, but it's coming back strong as ever, man. Tell us about that part of town now.
Man, you speaking about none other than Black Haven.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the BHZ, you know what I'm saying? Or as most people in Memphis want to say, White Haven. But, you know, we don't respect that out here.
Yeah.
But, man, I love Black Haven, man, with everything in me, bro. It's one of them places, man, you know, back in the day, it used to be on and popping, right? Everything was in White Haven, like everything, man. We ain't talking about Elvis. We talking about everything else. And it just fell off, man, because, you know, everybody wanted to go out east. Everybody was going to Bartlett, Cordova, Hickory Hill. And it fell off, man. But like I was telling you the other day, man, and I told you today, Elvis Presley Boulevard, well, White Haven in general, man, that's where the best food is. Like, hands down.
It's coming up for sure.
Man, look, man, you go down Elvis Presley, bro. Like, as soon as you get off, you got X Line, you got Dodgers. I love Dodgers, and then you got New China. There's that Piccadilly over there, Big Bill's Barbecue. What's up the street from that, man?
What's it called? Hong Kong? Hong Kong?
The Hong Kong place.
I'll bit off the
chain. They got man, Debo's, bro. And then street over. It's Uncle Lou's, bro. Everything, literally.
Everything. Aren't there like a few new like black-owned restaurants that open up?
Yeah. Okay, so they got a Muggin.
Yeah, Muggin. Yeah.
Muggin, they dope. And there's this breakfast spot over here.
Exactly.
Across the street. It's a breakfast spot. I don't know the name of it. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about it.
Black Haven coming back, bro.
And don't act like Southland Mall ain't killing Wolf Chase right now.
Still open, bro. When last time you heard of shooting in South Brooklyn?
Never.
Come on, bro. When last time you heard of shooting in South Landmark?
Nah, never, man. Never,
man. Come on, man.
We're joking, but I'm legit excited, man. Like White Haven is doing a lot of renovation and a lot of business are going out there and opening up and they're thriving, and that's dope for sure.
Man, I just want to say one thing, man. Shout out to Jimmy Strickland, man. While you up there in Nashville asking them folks to get a Ferris wheel, man, me telling them folks to pave Elvis Presley Boulevard. I'm just saying, we don't need no Ferris wheel.
Pave like every street. Pave so many more streets. Oh
yeah,
my God.
You know what? And a lot of, I think a lot of Memphians don't understand this. That everybody's like, oh, they need to do something in White Haven on Elvis Presley. You know, Memphis doesn't control the area at all. It's a historic place now, so Nashville controls it. So there's nothing the city can do out here at all. So I think
the
that's
city doesn't control like Sam Cooper. City doesn't control the interstate.
None of
city
that.
doesn't control a whole bunch of those streets.
Yeah. And so, hey, Nashville is what they are, and, White Haven is Black Haven, and they ain't finna give us no money. So, while Jimmy going up there trying to get a Ferris wheel, man, do something, man. Get these folks pay these streets, bro. Come on, man. Do something.
The place we're talking about is exactly. It's the place. It's exactly is the name of the place.
Exactly, that's the name of it. Yeah. I gotta get by there, man. But they have weird hours. Like most, like I said.
Yeah, we do. Just go ahead and tell the truth. Only when we want to.
Don't even try to go to a black establishment on a Monday. Like,
it's over.
Don't even.
Especially if it was an event in town Sunday over the weekend.
Yeah, bro. Nah, ain't no work on a Monday for no black business.
It ain't happening.
Nah.
But yeah, on another note, Mike. Speaking of black business,
when is KC's open? Is what I want.
Yeah, KC.
Man, bro, I don't know if COVID took them out or they ain't paid the lot fees or something, man. But
lot fees.
Man, I don't know. I think they just post up out there, bro. They don't be paying them fees out there. So, man, bro, I don't know, man.
Oh man.
Hey, they ain't tell KC that everything else in Westwood closed down. Them folks still show up. Like, So I don't know what's going on out there with them, man, because the bus ain't been bumping, man.
Man.
I went by the other day, man. Wasn't no smoke coming out the bus, so I know they ain't cooking nothing. So
it might be a shortage on smoke.
Man.
Might be a shortage on smoke for the
Yeah,
smoke.
man,
that
you
we
know,
use.
man.
Penny might get all of it.
Penny wanted all of it.
Penny
So,
took all the damn smoke, bruh.
Can't get the smoked rice, man. Can't get the smoked rice.
Bruh, oh, man. Lord,
Oh,
Jesus,
man. Mike, real
Jesus.
fast, up against the clock. What are your thoughts on it's holiday season, of course? This is something that I know we as friends, we've talked about forever, is holiday work parties. We talked about how we avoid those at all costs. Tell us some of the reasons why you think you should avoid your job's holiday party.
Man, first off, I don't want to hang with nobody I work with. That's number one.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, man, folks got cats, bro. And if you got cats, you're nasty and dirty. So I ain't trying to do nothing around your wife that got cats, bro. Like, nah, man. And then, folks you want to bring up they family and, they significant other, and it's like, oh, you with this person. They don't look cool. But aside from all that, man, it's just, I just don't want to hang with my coworkers, man. Like, I can't be myself. It's just a weird thing, man.
Especially like bringing like my spouse or girlfriend around, like.
Yeah,
coworkers.
man. Then what if she meet my work wife? Man?
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't trying
the
to
work
have
wife
no
thing is
problems,
always
bro.
the big issue. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And if I meet her work husband, I gotta go. I gotta DDT this fool real quick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I just don't do company work parties, man. I don't even do bad Santa, secret Santa. I don't want to do none of that because I don't like y'all enough to get y'all gifts. So I just go there for the check and I go home. That's it.
I agree. There's always a bad thing. I'm gonna tell you what I've seen at holiday parties too. Is like the work wife, work husband thing has always been a mess because people don't tell them, all right, this is how you act for my actual real husband or real whoever's
right.
here. But that's bad. But I've also seen like the drunk guy at the party, saying and doing too much on the dance floor, and then he's an HR Monday. Like I've seen, I've seen that happen too.
Thing,
so
man. Yeah, so a drunk guy, guy gets drunk at party and then sexually harasses somebody at party.
Yeah,
and
then he's
then
fired.
down there in HR on Monday. Yeah, that's the thing.
A little bit too
you
much.
You can't handle your alcohol. This is not the place to get that courage, man, and talk to Barbara in accounting.
Yeah, you can't do it because Barbara.
Not the place.
No.
Barbara will have you in HR.
Mm-hmm.
So,
for sure.
Yeah, I avoid them at all
rightfully
costs,
so.
Yep.
And rightly
yeah.
so.
And they never have good food.
No.
They never have good food or drink. Not enough drink.
But Mike, we appreciate your brother, of course.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Y'all be good, man. And pray for Penny, y'all.
And we are.
Pray for
we
him.
have.
We have been, and,
man.
and he's asked for it, and I assume we're going to continue to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Why not?
He's our pal, Mayor Mike, joining us here on the program. Hour number 2 on the way. We're going to get back into it, and the text line is absolutely rolling. Got lots of texts that we're going to get to. At 360-8255. You want to get at your texts, now is the time to do that. We're going to talk a little more Tigers, try to get this thing solved as best we can, see what's going on. When we continue here, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
When you needed your mom, she was always there with the Vicks Vapor Rub. She used that soothing scent to calm you. And her mom used it to calm her. And her mom, well, you get the idea. Vicks Vapor Rub's always been there. It always made you feel better. And today, it still does. Bring back those childhood memories with the comfort and care only Vicks Vapor Rub can bring. Vicks Vapor Rub, family tradition for a reason.
Barks now offers you just about everything you need for your furry family member. Daycare, luxury boarding, award-winning grooming, veterinary checkups, diagnostic services including digital x-ray, fluoroscopy and ultrasound, complete dental service, vaccinations, preventative care for fleas, ticks, and heartworms, and just about any needed surgical treatment. And did I mention that we treat cats and all types of exotic pets? We are the newest member of the Barks family and the newest, most high-tech veterinary hospital in the Mid-South. Located directly across the street from Barks and Recreation, we are a full-service hospital with a fantastic, experienced staff. If you're having problems getting a timely appointment at your current vet's facility, we are here to serve you. Call us at 901-979-8888. Barks and Medication. Excellence in veterinary care.
Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
It's time to call Doug and Colin Brown for your house. Looking to buy or sell a home in Mississippi? Rely on Doug and Colin Brown, $1 Million Realtors at Regency Realty in Mississippi. This father-son combo will help you find your next dream home. With decades of experience, Doug and Colin Brown put honesty, integrity, and clients first. Call Doug and Colin Brown in Mississippi at 901-598-9168. Regency Realty, 901-350-5050.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Yeah.
Mr. Buster. Hey, bro, we talked about this before, bro. Like, we talked about this earlier. Like, Dr. Dre gives a egregious pass about how horrible of a rapper he was because of how good his music was.
So does Manny Fresh. But, Manny Fresh not on Dr. Dre.
No, come on. That Manny, no.
Yeah, bro. Dre is unbearable.
But yeah, I mean, from a producing
but
standpoint.
Dre, but the hype that he gets is way, like, he's way
I don't
more
recall
hype than somebody
anybody
like
saying
Manny
Dre
Fresh.
was trash at rapping. Like when I was a kid and coming up teenage, like I heard everybody say, okay, this dude Dre is horrible. Like I never heard anybody say that, but like he really got a pass, bro.
Do it again, Mr. Buster. I didn't get it at first.
Where you at?
Mr. Buster.
Can't scrap a lick,
Can't
so I know
scrap a
you
lick.
got your gat. Like, man, get out of here, Dre. Like you clearly are reading something somebody told you to say. And it sucks.
Call me an astronaut. Worst line.
Well, he was a singer first. He did World Class Wrecking Crew first.
Yeah.
Then he turned into Mr. Buster.
Because I didn't really realize until I heard the last Dr. Dre album he did. It was like the compilation album where he was like hip hop.
It introduced Anderson .Paak to the world.
Yeah, when he was hip hop Quincy Jones. That's when I heard that album. I was like, yeah, man, Dre's really horrible at rapping if you really think about it. But yeah, shout out. Oh, shout out. Shout out.
I'm gonna hit that dump button.
That's about what. About what spam that dump button for a second. But yeah, man.
So you think Dr. Dre is a horrible rapper?
Yes, he is. It's horrible. He got a real pass. Texas says, what do you say? Hold on. Let me read this.
Hour number 2 is here, live and local, as we continue here on Grind Time from the Family Leisure Studios. Hope everybody's doing well.
Texas says,
Texter in the AutoZone listener line.
Yeah, Texter on the AutoZone listener line says, which is 901-360-8255. Please hit us up. You guys have been blessing us today. Texter says, I was at the Greater Imani. Church on he spelled it Imani like Imani Bates too. Great Imani Church on Sunday and prayed for 2 Tiger victories this week. I expect us to be back on track. Blue Edwards. Thank you, Blue. Is this the actual Blue Edwards? You used to play for the Grizzlies?
Probably so.
Probably so. Why
Probably
not?
so. It's probably the actual Blue Edwards.
He never actually played for Memphis though, but maybe he still.
But a former
fan.
Grizzly.
Yeah, probably cares.
Former Grizzly, nonetheless. Absolutely. Thank you, Blue Edwards, for checking in.
Yeah,
for listening
for those prayers, man.
And yeah, absolutely. Thank you, of course, for those prayers. Certainly, no question about that. All right, so the consensus, generally speak, do you know? Does Penny know? Does anyone know who the best 5 are for this team?
Does Penny know who the best 5 players are?
Yeah.
Do we know?
I'm asking.
Because I'll say Bates and Duran, but a lot of the fans are totally out on Bates, which is crazy. But I'll say Bates, Duran. What's the kid's name? Minot. Quinones and what's the guy? And Lester.
You have no East Memphis
Landers,
representation.
Landers.
Are you going to really do that without any East Memphis representation?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Easily. Yeah.
I mean, I think I've been looking at the numbers with this group the last 4 games with certain players.
Oh, here it comes.
On the
Peter's
court,
going to solve the problem. Come on, Peter.
No, I'm just saying. Here's one thing. In the last 4 games, the last 4 losses, I will tell you this: in spite of what many would say, Alex Lomax, when he's on the floor, the Tigers are slightly better than average or than their average offensively, but significantly worse defensively. He makes the Tigers, if I'm doing my math right here, about 20% worse numerically defensively.
Wow.
In these last 4 games. So when he's on the floor, the Tigers give up about 0.2 of a point more per possession than they do with other lineups that are out there. And he's been out there for two-thirds of the of the possessions that are out there. And then they give up 8% higher effective field goal percentage. They force fewer turnovers actually, and they give up a higher offensive rebounding percentage to the opposing team, which stands to reason because obviously you're going a lot smaller. So now, again, is that a factor? Like, teams are shooting 43% from 3 when he's out there. Now, again, that's part of that is just some teams getting hot, but also part of it is a lack of size, and I just think a lot of it is also this myth that he is some kind of a game-changing defensive player. I just don't see it. Now he's not the only issue that's out there. He plays hard. He plays with intensity. He obviously cares. That goes a long way. So I'm not trying to diminish him as a player. It's more about his coach. It's more about Penny and his reliance upon him as his son. As his guy out there, and just the belief, the stone cold belief that he is, as untouchable as anyone can be in an 11-man rotation. With Penny, I'm still waiting for him to cut down the players that care, the players that don't care, the players that are, I'm still waiting for the rotation to get pared down. He said before the season started, it'd be a 9 or 10-man rotation. He played 11 players again within the first 6 or 7 minutes of that game.
Yeah, it's
like he cannot do it. He just cannot cut these guys off. And I heard Wolo talking earlier in the day, mentioning that after there was some glass that was in the locker room, somebody broke a pane of a window out of frustration. Player, there's obviously tensions are high. But you're going to have to, if it just means you got to let guys go, you got to let them go, whatever it takes. This is untenable. And the fact that even amongst all that, you still have this reliance on Lomax is really problematic for your team. Again, because numerically he doesn't make you better.
I agree with you. Totally. And like when he says I'm playing, it's like when he says I need to get it down to 8 or 9. He's like, but I don't mean Alo. I don't mean Tyler. Man, I don't mean Alo. They ain't never little 10 minutes. All right, I don't think it's like he's saying it with a caveat or whatever. But to me, it's not just the Alo stuff is disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to watch it at times, but it's him plus Tyler Harris, who's a walk on. If somebody had said to me, hey, that Memphis team that Penny just put together. Like, I promise you, because we had this discussion before the season started. Like, I promise you, like, Alo, Tyler Harris, and Jaden Hardaway are going to get a ton of minutes. Like, bro, no way. Like, there's, like, Landis Nolly on this team, Earl Timberlake, the kid, the kid is, like, the number 1 player in the country, the 17-year-old kid. What's his name? Yeah, Money Bates. Yeah. No way, bro. Like, there's no way. It's too many dudes. Bro, we're watching the Tiger season where Tyler Harris, Alo, and Jaden Hardaway are getting real minutes on this team. Like, that alone, it's not just an Alo thing. It's the combination of all three of those dudes. Who would have thought those three guys would be playing at all this season? You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, this is it's no direction. Like I said, I called it coaching malpractice. Everything you're seeing is a result of this season being totally mishandled from the very beginning. For it to be over recruiting, not getting for real coaching staff. Because something we're not talking about, man. Rasheed Wallace was headed to Lemoyne Owen before he came to Memphis, man.
Mm-hmm.
That should have it sparked off a red flag with me. But I'm like, all right, man, whatever. And Penny, we trust. Like, who was chasing after Rasheed Wallace? Like, I kept asking people, what's the connection with Rasheed Wallace and the players? I don't get it. Nobody gave me an answer. Nobody could give me a real
Larry
answer.
Brown, in North Carolina, the Larry Brown deal?
No, I'm saying, like, people were saying,
with the players.
They were recruiting. Like, why? Like, you got Penny. Like, what is Rasheed Wallace doing? It just all came off as a flex to me and weird, and here we are, man. So,
hey, quick question before you guys move on: are we in danger, in just in your opinions, of losing one of the Lawson guys, fellas? Because my question was, would Chandler have been playing if he was still at Oregon, or did he transfer because of the incoming class or whatnot?
I'm not really aware of that situation.
Yeah. Would he?
Shouldn't Jonathan Lawson be playing?
I thought that was our point guard.
Yeah, bro. I thought Jonathan could have rolled this year. I ain't gonna lie. Jonathan would.
And
Chandler, man. I thought both of them could play.
I mean, doesn't that seem like a big miss at this point? Like, you look at this guy and what
was the point of adding either one of them? And I'm a Lawson guy. Yeah. Like, I'm saying, why waste those kids' time?
Yeah, I was gonna say Chandler. If you start Chandler and Minot a little more, you have 2 more wins, I think.
Well, on top of that, was that not? And I mean, maybe I've lost my mind here, but I'm pretty sure that in the build up to the season, everyone was talking about how Jonathan Lawson was like killing it as a point guard in practice. Like, he was really impressive. Like, and he was really forcing some tough decisions from the coaching staff and all this, that, and the other. I mean, even if he wasn't killing it, if he was just decent, that would be an advantage. That'd be with his size and length and all that stuff. Come on, man. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't understand like any of this, any of it. Texas says that Chandler did not play a lot at Oregon. He's not playing at all here. So I think he came here to actually get some minutes.
He actually came here expecting to play.
And we heard so much about how.
And why is his dad so quiet?
I thought he was going to be, because that whole thing to me is overblown anyway, because that whole thing about him is.
Once we start hearing from his dad, I think we got trouble.
I don't think you will hear from his dad, though. I think that they're fine with how everything's kind of played out so far.
I just don't want to lose him because we were so fever pitched about getting these.
I'm a Lawson guy. I thought Chandler was going to be like the backup power forward. Like, that hadn't happened. So, anyway.
No, it has not happened. Among many other things that have not happened for this group. I just think at this point now. Here's the other question. Let's say they don't win, and I think that's a pretty safe assumption. But you never know; things get weird. But let's say they don't win against Alabama or Tennessee, 2 teams, 2 of the top 11. Number 10 and 11 in Ken Palm this morning.
Let's just say that the world continues to spin and the sky continues to be blue and water continues to be wet. All right, go ahead.
So they end up as they're 5 and 6 after that, going into the remainder of the season.
Lost 6 straight games.
Okay, lost 6 straight games.
Clearly on the bubble.
My question is because then they play Alabama State before then they start conference play.
Mm-hmm.
So Alabama State's just whatever. They're one of the worst. They're amongst the bottom 20 teams in college basketball. So that does nothing for you. At that point, if you come into conference play 6 and 6, but with the best win being Virginia Tech, and Virginia Tech just lost to Dayton, I think, over the weekend. Do you then have to? You have to at least. You got to win your conference tournament, right? Like, it doesn't matter what you do.
They're gonna have to win.
You can't make it as an at-large. Like, any chance for them to be an at-large team at all is gone if they don't win. What if they win one of these games? What if they beat Alabama at home tomorrow, but then lose to Tennessee, or vice versa?
It'll be tight. It'll take. They couldn't screw around much in conference, and they're going to.
And you know they're going to. There you go.
Yeah,
and you know they're going to.
I mean,
man, I'm just so out on this, man. I hate this crap, bro. Like, for real.
Houston lost to Alabama. Houston looks really, really good this year. They lost to Alabama in a really tight, phenomenal game on Saturday.
Controversial
really,
game,
really
even.
good. Yeah, controversial game, all that stuff. But really good game. That looked like a Elite Eight type matchup, Final Four type matchup. Two really good teams. So at this point now, for the rest of the season, the impact games that you've got, if you are Memphis, are Alabama, Tennessee, and then the 2 games against Houston. Everybody else is either kind of on the fringes of the top 50 or outside the top 50. So it's really a 4-game season.
Is the tournament back in Memphis, guys? No.
Where's the tournament?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
Is it back at the Dickies Arena again?
Where was it? Houston last year?
Fort Worth. It wasn't anywhere. Last year it was.
Yeah, they had a tournament last year.
Where
Right?
was it? It was. It was in Fort Worth last year.
You want some more weird news while Peter's looking it up? If the Tigers had one loss,
Yeah, it's still in Fort Worth this year.
I think we'd have sniffed the number 1 ranking this year as far as how the top of the ladder is falling down or whatnot. Purdue got the number 1. If Memphis had done what it was supposed to do, we'd have the best class and a number 1 or number 2 team in the nation. But I digress.
I'm out, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot.
I feel you, but just looking at the top and as far as where we were, had we did what we were supposed to do, I think we'd be 1 or 2 in the country.
Memphis can't talk to anybody about anything, having lost to Georgia and Ole Miss.
Man.
You can't talk to anybody about anything. You can't say if they'd done it. None of that stuff.
None of it.
I mean, Georgia's lost to Wofford at home. Ole Miss just lost to Western Kentucky. Tigers beat Western Kentucky earlier in the year, and then Ole Miss went and lost to them by 23. Got absolutely blasted by Western Kentucky over the weekend. So this is not a great Ole Miss team by any stretch of the imagination. Iowa State is really carrying a lot of the weight in terms of a quality loss for this group. Because Murray State, as we talked about the Murray State group, Murray State's not a great team this year. I mean, they've done okay, but they hadn't played anyone. The team they lost to East Tennessee State earlier this year. Their best win prior to Memphis was like, I guess it would have been James Madison, who's like a 150 level team. So I mean, like they didn't have any great wins by any stretch of the imagination. So
hey, they did it for Big 12, man.
Absolutely.
Well, they did. Ja.
Are we everyone's best win so far? Like, speaking of best win, like what you just said, Peter.
For Murray State,
are we everyone's best win so far? Like Ole Miss, do they have a better win than us?
Not if they keep losing like this. They're not going to be anybody's best win.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're right. I
mean, it's
so sad, bro.
It's rough.
Texter on the AutoZone listener line, texting at 901-360-8255. He asked, I've asked this on other shows. I want you guys' opinion. How many players you think enter the transfer portal this year? I don't know if you mean like at the midterm or by the end of the season, but I expect whether they're transfers or not, you're going to have some guys who won't be here next year. I could see Landers Nolley just saying, screw it, and let me just go be a professional basketball player somewhere. I can see him totally doing it. He's definitely not going to try to go to another school, I don't think. I can see that for all 3 of those guys, him, Quinones, and DeAndre Williams is a senior, right? Citizen, as well as say. But yeah, I don't think
discount for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Minot's going anywhere. Duran's going pro.
Again, you I need to find that stuff from his dad. But
yeah, man, find that joint for real.
There's some acrimony for sure.
Yeah, that kid's gonna waste it, man. Kid was a good player. Kid is a good player. So
I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with it's.
You're talking past tense. That's scary.
What?
The kid was.
Oh, I was kind of referring to high school.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his usage at Memphis. I was like,
yeah, for sure. It's wasted, man. Like I'd be irate if I was one of these kids' parents, bro. Like I'd send my kid to this circus, like for real. And then Penny's up there talking about, with so much stuff going on in the world,
so much stuff going. Did you see that presser? I chopped that presser up, man. I can't. Oh my God.
What are you talking about, Penny?
We're not having fun. It's like the weight of the world is on their shoulders. And I tell the kids to have fun, but they not listening to Papa.
Like, what do you?
Well, they don't make. I mean, again, we've talked about that before, but he doesn't make it fun. Just right there by him, like he's the one who's out here making it difficult for these guys. Like it's tough, man. It's really really tough. They play nervous and they are playing like a team that's going to have some serious
back-to-back NIT run.
Some kind of like. I mean, if this thing doesn't get better, it's going to get.
Oh man, it's gonna be nasty.
You guys think Penny has shed a tear? I think Penny's crying.
He's came close to it.
Think so?
This
like in
this
all
last
honesty,
press conference, I was like, man, I feel bad for him.
like in all honesty.
I don't feel bad for him, but I'm like, bro, I hate seeing the man like that. Let me say that. I don't feel bad for him. Because a lot of this is just his own thing. He's kind of built. But, yeah, I feel like he was looking, yeah. I've heard people say he looks like a young John Chaney. I mean, he actually looked like
Don Cheney. He looked like Don Cheney. Lon Chaney.
The Hooper. From Indiana Hoosier.
It's like a Lon Chaney.
Arthur Agee. He looked like Hoop Dream. That Arthur Agee
Andre Minot, his dad, said, tweeted out his A Dre, so AYY Dre. A Dre says sitting Josh is exactly what's going to keep him in Memphis. Clap hands. And then he retweets your boy Parker Fleming, who says, didn't watch the game, but how can these remarks be given by Minot himself and by Penny when he only plays 7 minutes? I truly don't get it.
What's his dad's name again?
Andre Minot.
And that kid is clearly one of the most explosive players. I mean, he jumps off the screen.
Sitting Josh is exactly what's going to keep him in Memphis. He says sarcastically.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Uh-huh. So, again, just, hey, I don't know why he continues to do that. Minot's got some issues, and Minot's not the greatest defensive player and whatever, but this
is dude's dad.
6'10", a 6'10" dude who can play. 6'10" dude who can play, who can shoot it, who he obviously cares, he's trying. It seems insane to me that you wouldn't be playing this guy. It just doesn't. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Bro, that dude, I need that dude's jeans because this guy looks like he's 25 years old.
Well, look at Minot.
I know.
Minot looks like he's 12.
Oh man, this is Andre Minot's dad. He looks like he's 28 max.
Yeah, I'm saying he looks. It's incredible what these guys that's whatever they're doing, man. They got they figured it out. Fountain of youth.
No man, for
Something
sure.
happening over there. All right, we'll come back. We're going to get out of this. We'll get to your text, and then we're going to get out of this. Then talk a little bit about more about the Grizzlies, something a little happier note. We'll do that when we continue here, live and local. 360-8255. You want to text in on the AutoZone listener line. Get in the zone, AutoZone. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about that and a little trade rumor as well. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
So who's hitting the road for the holidays? I know there's a lot of people who want to get their car, truck, or SUV road ready. How about you? Gotta love this news from our friends at Auto Universe Germantown, 7300 Winchester, just off 385. Get this, full service maintenance with no wait time, and you can get an appointment for any day. That's unreal. Big discounts right now for everything from brake service and wheel alignment to replacing wiper blades, rotating tires, checking the battery, even servicing the transmission. Call Auto Universe Germantown today and ask for Robert. Great deal on the oil change and brake check. Or ask about the deal on the radiator service. There really is no wait time. Call for an appointment and get it done. Professional detailing is 20% off now, and you can get paintless dent removal in the Collision Center. Happy holidays from Auto Universe Germantown. Incredible selection of pre-owned luxury vehicles and full service with no wait time. 7300 Winchester or eautouniverse.com.
What makes the holidays so magical? Oddly enough, it's not magic. It happens when something appears right when you need it, like the holiday gifts you ordered and had delivered with the Home Depot app. Or when you can build something out of nothing by watching our holiday how-to videos. Or when you know what an object is just by snapping a photo with image search on our app. These things don't take magic. Nope, you just need the impressive technology behind our app. Make the holidays yours with a little help from the Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
Belly Acres' motto is City-Fied Farm Fresh. The goal is simple: provide a fun, unique farm-to-table experience for the whole family. 2 great locations, Regalia at 6130 Poplar and in Overton Square at 2102 Trimble Place. Overton Square hours Sunday through Thursday 11A to 9P, Friday and Saturday 11A to 10P. Regalia Sunday through Thursday 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 10:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Signature burgers are made from 100% grass-fed beef. Sandwiches, salads, and the best milkshakes anywhere. The burgers, so good, like the Dare Ya or the Double Dare Ya, and the melt in your mouth. And you have to try the Voodoo Moo Moo. It is the quality brand the Belly Acres team has developed using grass-fed beef with creative homemade toppings in a fun farm setting right here in the city. The goal at Belly Acres, to become even more sustainable as they grow. In Overton Square and in Regalia, the very best quality available in Memphis, burger shakes and smiles at Belly Acres.
I was getting my coffee today, Jose, and I heard there's a new way to get our jobs done at a price we want to pay for them. Grow profits and find new workers. Sure, boss. I downloaded the ZipCat construction app, Jose. Use the work icon, created the job description, and priced it. Yes, boss. Another contractor will buy it, and we got 3 days to accept and mutually approve the job, Jose. Sure thing. New concept. No more estimates. We control our price with ZipCat. Contractors, plumbers, electricians, etc. Find jobs listed with the ZipCat app. Download the ZipCat app now for free on the App Store and Google Play. ZipCat app, the best tool in your toolbox.
Visit Frontier Western Store this holiday season and check out new goodies for under the tree. Frontier added so many new items in their women's boutique. There are daily arrivals with thousands of on-trend tops, jeans, and pants at amazing prices. And guys, Frontier's your #1 Carhartt store. There's no one with a larger selection of everyday fits and workwear. Wrangler and Ariat clothing are also available. Frontier recently remodeled and expanded the world-famous boot showroom. Now there are even more dress and work boots in stock. After some Ariat boots, then check out Frontier. There are over 1,000 pair of Ariat boots alone and thousands more in other brands such as Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, and Twisted X. As if the selection isn't reason enough, there's Frontier's low prices. Frontier's everyday pricing is lower than online and chain stores. So when you're ready for your next pair of boots, you know right where to come. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
So we mentioned that it's been a challenging time for a lot of folks. Challenging time for the Tigers, challenging time for a lot of people, and a challenging time now for many leagues, college basketball and the NBA, because COVID is starting to reemerge big time for a lot of folks. We talked about the Omicron situation. That really isn't necessarily the case. I mean, there is some Omicron here, but it's not the dominant strain yet. It is in other areas, and it's getting really problematic. But in Chicago, the Bulls have a major issue with it. 10 players and 8 staffers have COVID, and they've canceled or at least postponed their 2 games that were scheduled for this week. With the Pistons and the Raptors, both those games have been postponed because the Bulls, as of now, only have 8 players at all that could even potentially play. So one more guy would be the minimum that you have to have is 8 to even attempt to play a game. So they've chosen to do that now. Again, the Bulls just got done playing over the weekend. Why they didn't try to do this earlier, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the NBA has really tried very hard, and they're very proud of the fact that they haven't canceled or postponed games, or hadn't until this point. But I think they did so at the expense of putting some guys at risk, because there have been some spread that probably could have been avoided if they took a little quicker action. It was pretty clear that this thing was starting to be a problem, and was starting to spread, and was starting to be a major issue. So that's something that the Grizzlies are going to have to keep an eye on as well. Obviously, they've had with Ja and with their concerns about this are very real. So they're going to have to keep an eye on it. And I know that a lot of teams, Grizzlies included, have tightened up protocols even internally to a degree at this point because they just don't want to. They want to try to avoid it as much as they can. And I wish you luck, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, man, it's that whole situation in Chicago is wild. Like they don't have enough guys to play, and we felt like we were kind of over that. I'm gonna throw through two things out to you, Peter. One is gonna make you feel great and elevated and needed, and the second one's probably gonna frustrate you. Which one you want?
Okay. You just frustrate me first.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna build you up first.
What? Oh, come on. Oh,
I'm a lean to you. Hey, you're a married man, right? Nothing makes you feel better than when your wife does things and make you feel like you're needed, and make you feel like you're the man.
That's right.
I'm not your wife, but I'm gonna let you feel needed on this one. All right.
I appreciate that.
And I was having conversations on Twitter, and do you know what the NBA testing process is for players? Because somebody was saying something about some type of mass testing where they're not testing everybody as individuals or something? Like if they, I don't know. You tell me.
So, I mean, well, it depends on, again, if the status. Vaccinated, unvaccinated players have to be tested every day with a
nose swab,
regular PCR test. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they allow, I don't know that it's necessarily standardized, but I do think that they allow some form of group testing. There's definitely group tests that are.
What does group testing mean?
So what happens is in order to expedite the testing process, to make it easier and cheaper, you would test. It would be like, for example, if all of us at Flynn Broadcasting, we all gave a sample, and all those samples were mixed together, and then that mixed sample was tested. And if that mixed sample came up negative, then everybody's negative.
Okay.
And so you've saved money because you've tested everybody at once, and it's especially for people who are vaccinated or.
You're talking blood, or you're talking a nose swab?
No, like swabs or saliva, or it's saliva usually. Just some kind of combination where you can combine all into one.
Mm-hmm.
So you do it in one fell swoop, and generally, like for people or for groups that the expectation is that they're going to be negative. You can knock that out pretty quick, and save a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was one thing for schools. A lot of us, myself included, really recommended it for schools to say, group test class by class on a very regular basis because it wouldn't be that expensive. And if you get a positive test,
then you got to
within
go back
like
to
a
the
class, then
individuals.
you go back and test each individual in that class.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know specifically if teams,
which is probably what happened with the Grizzlies with Ja Morant, and then going back and finding that Dylan Brooks also had it. We'll
exactly.
test it
So I mean, there's some options.
Mm-hmm.
Once you find a positive test within the group, then there are some options at that point, to test individually and all that. But but if you test the group and it's all and you come up negative, then okay, everyone's knocked out. You've saved time and lab work and lab energy and all that stuff.
Right. Well, Peter, I appreciate it. You sounded very wise.
Hey, I just looked up something, Peter. It says the NBA uses a molecular diagnostic testing device.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for group testing, right?
Diagnose the molecules.
Yep.
Slob.
Gotta get into them molecules.
Says which are the size of
slob on my swab.
Cards,
slob on my swab.
Swab on my
slob on my swab. Like on the car.
Check in
with me.
Let the scientists do their job.
Y'all call me
sit on the bench. But that if you positive. Anyway.
Don't have to ask.
All right, now to get you fresh. See,
COVID is his name.
Yeah. Omicron is a strain.
Let's not run a train.
Omicron is a strain. All right, so I built you up. I laughed you up.
Get that little swabber song. Get that little swabber song. All right. Okay. Built me up.
Swap
so
somebody knows or something. Anyway, all right. So I built you up.
Now you get to.
I laughed you up. Now I get to frustrate you. Now I'm just going to ask you a simple, not a yes or no question. A simple, how far away? How far away are we, Peter Edmondson?
Okay.
Where COVID is not a mandatory you got it, you're out. Where guys are playing with COVID as if, not saying it's the flu, but where guys are playing with it as guys play with other
common colds,
flus, etc., viruses, etc.
So that's a good question. Why would you think that?
Because I think, what do you mean? Do you watch the news? Are you seeing Omicron is coming in? I'm just asking.
Who are you dealing with?
I'm dealing with you. I'm dealing with you, man. All right, come on.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking. I like good questions.
All right, come on. How far away are we?
That's a good question. How far away we are? I think we're still pretty far away from that. Honestly, like the issues. So a few things involved. One would be if we had a proper antiviral for it, then we would feel better about that. So. Right. Like, for example, if you get sick with a lot of other diseases, bacterial diseases and stuff, you can take something to, deal with it. You can't do that for COVID. There really isn't a cure, quote unquote, for it. You can attempt to mitigate the symptoms, but you can't really attack COVID itself. We don't really have anything that attacks COVID like that. Second thing is, it's still pretty severe in a lot of these cases, and we just passed the 800,000 death mark. So it's not something we can mess around with. Flu is definitely a real thing, and when people have flu-like symptoms, they don't tend to play. But we also have some, Tamiflu. We have some anti-flu stuff.
But we're not saying you can't play for 10 games as you got 2 negative tests. And
no, because we're more. It's something that we are able to deal with better. We have a better feel for, and we're more comfortable with it, so we can deal with it. We're not there yet with COVID.
Do you think this is the last NBA season where it's mandatory, like you're missing 10 games?
I think it depends on the strains.
I feel like it is, bro.
If we continue to have more severity and more strains and stuff, and we don't have a good feel for it, then no, it won't be. If we get a better feel for it and stuff, then yeah, I think we
it's a possibility.
A lot of it is up to us, quite honestly. Like, I mean, are you going to go get vaccinated? Are people going to go and get vaccinated? Are we going to try to actually kind of slow this thing down, or are we just going to keep messing around with it and letting it build up?
Get that community for the community.
At this point, that's kind of what we're doing for a lot of cases, and it's unfortunate. So that would be my answer to that. Is I do think that. I mean, I think that's a really good question. Actually, the people you're going to have to find a way to deal with it, because it's not going away. I think that honestly the long-term situation of it is, you're going to have to go and get a COVID booster every year
or so,
every 6 months or a year, somewhere in there.
And I'm all right with it.
And you're gonna and it's gonna be it'll be mRNA probably tweaked to the latest whatever they can figure out on some of these strains, because we've made tremendous progress on these vaccines, but also the downside of that is that this thing is the mutations are pretty crazy, and it's already mutating even more. So this Omicron there's quite a bit of change from the original based on Omicron. So.
Because you might get mad at me for saying this, but bro, I don't watch the news. I don't read reports. I got my vaccine. I'm triple vax mafia. That's all I'm doing, man. Like, I'm wearing my mask. Yeah. I don't really care what the new strand does. At this point, what can I do? I've done everything I can do.
I mean, that's unless again, that's what you need to do. Keep all we're all trying to do is just reduce the spread as much as we can to give everybody a chance. That's all we're trying to do. So, I mean, that's true of you. That's true of your family. All that stuff, man. Yeah. Everyone's trying to.
Gabe
do that.
got
it. I think we owe that to everybody. I think we owe that to all the people that are out there. Who some really really little kids now can't get vaccinated. Hey, man, look, we owe it to them. Man. We owe it to the elderly, who we seem to have just kind of, left behind in this country.
Yeah.
We've lost 1 out of 100 elderly people as a result of this.
Yeah, for sure.
People over the age of 65. We've lost 1 out of 100.
Yeah, for sure.
Think about that. 1% of our population of people over the age of 65 is dead as a result of this. Like, that's crazy.
Yep.
So we don't, people don't care. You're sick of hearing about it. I get it. Like, it's no fun, but we're still there. We're still there.
Yeah, man. We here.
you need to respect it. And again, look what's happening in the NBA. Look what's happening in a lot of other sports.
Right.
Like you
But
can't just wish it away.
My overall thought about the whole thing, as far as the vaccine and players and this COVID situation with athletes and just people in general, is we know for a fact that the vaccine takes away a lot of the fatality issues with it. That it doesn't make it where it takes away the
severity.
Yeah, it makes it where you're dealing with something that's closer to the flu or to a cold or something like that than what it would be if you're just going out there bare with it, just taking it, with nothing. So that's what makes me think that I hope I didn't offend anyone by saying that I think this is the last year that they'll do that, because it kind of comes out to me as kind of a stupid thing to say, but I also think that if these guys are vaccinated, you're not hearing stories about guys who are coming back who, you had Jason Tatum, who was non-vaccinated at the time, who had his complications, different guys that talked about complications, but you're not hearing those stories now. Guys are coming back fine, and even with the Dylan Brooks thing, we're assuming it was a false negative, a false positive, but possibly the fact that he was vaccinated, it got, came and went faster. I don't know. That's not my field. I talk about sports, but it just seems like it's getting to something that's much more controllable if people are vaccinated. It's something you can we didn't have to be a 10-game mandatory.
It's
thing.
No question. No question. It's something we're gonna have to deal with and open our minds and do our best with. That's really all that we can do at this point. When we come back, I want to talk a little about this some of the trade talk that's been there, because I just can't imagine. There's some weird stuff happening, man. That's all I can say. We're gonna talk about it when we continue here, live and local, 360-8255, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends, weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
You've heard of James Gaddis Jewelers, but have you heard what they've done lately? Everything. A tremendous selection of diamonds and jewels, gold, silver, and much more. Lots of watches, tons of custom-made jewelry, fine gemstones, bracelets, necklaces, so many choices. Romantics will love the one-of-a-kind estate and vintage jewelry. James Gaddis has experts to help you with wedding and engagement rings, plus 2 repair experts for fine watches and jewelry. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers at 4900 Poplar.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you're looking for more out of your battery? We can help. If you're in need of higher performance, we'd go with Duralast Platinum. It's the best choice for premium power design for your vehicle. And the line now includes EFB and AGM technology, which means we've got the right Duralast Platinum battery for you. And they're only available here at AutoZone. That's why we're America's #1 battery destination. Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
The Christmas sale is happening now at Family Leisure. Did you know that's where Santa goes to shop? Oh, yes. Why? Because arcades are up to 25% off. Air hockey and foosball tables, they start at just $149.99. You can get great deals on hot tubs and saunas. Let me tell you, that is perfect for the winter weather. Trampolines, up to 20% off. This is the best time to buy. Pool tables and shuffleboard tables in stock and ready for delivery. They're not waiting on a boat somewhere. Speaking of delivery, those schedules are filling up very, very fast. So reserve your date now, just in time for Christmas. It's the Family Leisure Christmas Sale. It's happening now. Remember, shop early, shop local, and shop where Santa shops. It's Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40. It's where family and fun come together for the holidays.
Get ready to command the season in your new Kia from Gossett Kia on the Pike. All with Kia's year-end push and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty to back them up. 2022 Kia Forte, 41 MPG, $179, only $27.99 due at signing. Or 2022 Kia Sportage LX front-wheel drive, $199 a month. Or 2022 Kia Sorento, $279 a month, both only $34.99 due at signing, all 36-month leases. If you're ready to end the year in a big way, come see Bobby J today. He's ready to buy your sleigh and put you in a new Kia. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sorrento, NGO 92178, MSRP $30,875. Sportage in 7017,625, MSRP 25,815. Forte 8429,506, MSRP 21,035. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 103/21. Dealer stock only.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
On then dangerous. Can't do anything gonna play me now.
I think I like the instrumentals better because I'm not sure what's gonna come out of y'all
Damn,
mouth.
man. You gotta watch them. You gotta watch the instrumentals with the hook still attached.
Yeah. That'll get you a little bit.
Yeah, but you was crazy. Y'all come up with some clever stuff though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if y'all actually get it. Y'all come up with some clever stuff.
Wait a minute. How's the city of Memphis and Shelby County blown the opportunity to get 3-6 Mafia to do like a vaccine COVID testing campaign? Slob on my swab, man.
Yeah, slob on my swab is really a
slob on my swab, man.
Do you remember our
very own
our station owner, Dr. Flynn had DJ Paul doing the swine flu song. Do you remember that?
Yes.
He actually got DJ Paul to do the H1N1, talking about the swine flu, talking about the swine flu, talking about the swine flu. I would like to see.
Man.
I would like to see we can do this again. We can repeat it.
Man, we need to call Dr. Flynn.
It was good then. It's good now.
You're correct because
let's make it happen.
New Orleans got Juvenile to do vac that thing.
They vac that thing up.
So
vax that thing up.
They can vax that thing. You're right. You're right.
Slob on my swab. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about?
Swab.
Come on, man.
That thing's gonna come with an NC-17 rating.
Check with a doctor
on the clear
do your
app.
job.
On the clear app.
Sit on the. Yes. Let's see.
Oh God. Such a blown opportunity, man.
Sit on the couch. Open your mouth.
Come on now.
Put the swab in.
Put the mask on. Never leave the house. Come on now. We could have did all that. We blew all that during the pandemic, during the height of the pandemic. And then Project Pat came out with a summer is right around the corner. Like, bro, we could have just broed all that throughout the pandemic, bro.
Oh, my God.
Let's call it boys. Because of the new strain.
They
say it's Omicron.
They call it Omicron.
They call it Omicron.
Just see it.
I don't know what she's on.
If you get it, you'll squeak. Get it, you'll wheeze.
If you get it, you'll wheeze.
I'm done. I don't know. Hope that landline didn't feel
Oh, man.
She's living pepper trees. I don't know it, man, for real. I'm done, man.
I told COVID my name Bill Bixby. It still gets
still hit me.
Still hit me.
All right, so hour number 2 here, continuing. Our good friends over at FanDuel Sportsbook can help you out and to have a little bit of fun on this Monday night. You know, of course, you got all the great action that's happening here. You know how this thing goes, man. You know how it is with the NFL. You know how we got all kinds of great stuff that's happening in the NFL, and it's an opportunity for you to make a little extra cash right here. Of course, you've got a wild matchup coming up on Thursday between the Chiefs and the Chargers. That is a great opportunity for you to jump in and make a little extra cash on that divisional matchup. Remember, new customers, you get 30-1 odds on either team to win. That's right, either the Chiefs or the Chargers. You can make $150 on a $5 bet. And if you watch the way that Justin Herbert is playing lately, if you watch the way that those teams, that's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a great one to check out for sure. So you're going to want to see that. That's coming up later on this week. Check it out with FanDuel Sportsbook. Again, FanDuel Sportsbook is your choice. It's the #1 rated sportsbook app in America. It's easy to use. It's safe and secure. And when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 2 hours. Just sign up with promo code BIGHEAD before the Thursday night matchup. You can win $150 on a $5 bet. Remember to use promo code BIGHEAD so they know I sent you exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $150. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. Tennessee site credit expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789. All right, so as we mentioned, the Grizzlies victorious, and some of the talk now starting to emerge that maybe there's something happening. Something could happen with the Celtics. The Celtics apparently are open to discussions involving Dennis Schroeder. Celtics maybe end up being more of a seller than people anticipated. And if that is the case, Jaylen Brown, and there was a report over the weekend that said from Jake Fisher, I think, that says they think the relationship between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is starting to become strained and frayed, and that it's only a matter of time before it comes to an end. So if that's the case, and Jaylen Brown is indeed open and available, a lot of people are discussing it.
Yes.
Kendrick Perkins was the one who brought it up. But we've talked about it before. But Kendrick Perkins kind of accelerated the discussion a little bit by saying that Jaylen Brown, he said, if I'm the Memphis Grizzlies, I'm blowing up the Celtics to see what's up with Jaylen Brown. Don't mind, though. Carry on, as he always says. And it'd be Rashad Phillips jumped in with Ja Morant wins a championship with Jaylen Brown on his side. You can book it. Then a lot of people are saying, there would be you'd have to trade Jaren Jackson Jr. and I don't know. The question to me, Anthony's saying, is this: could you somehow get Jaren Jackson Jr., Ja Morant, and Jaylen Brown together?
Yes, I'm working on it now. I'm about to let y'all know what I've been
working on it myself. So, but I'm saying, does Boston do Jaylen Brown for Desmond Bane, Brandon Clark, Kyle Anderson, Jarrett Culver, and 3 first-round picks?
I hope they do. That's exactly the same pretty much trade I just came up with. I did Zaire in mine. You did Zaire in yours?
No, I didn't do Zaire in mine.
One more time, Peter.
Desmond Bane would be the centerpiece of this thing, along with Brandon Clark, and then you've got to do the money. Kyle Anderson, Jarrett Culver, and then all 3 first-round picks this year, Utah's pick, Laker pick, and then I've got the Grizzly pick lottery protected just in case something weird happens. But lottery protected Grizzly pick. So basically 3 mid-range type first-round picks, along with Desmond Bane, Brandon Clark. I personally don't think that's enough for Jaylen Brown. If I were the Celtics, I feel like you could probably get a better deal.
Yeah, for sure.
But a lot of people are saying, man, imagine just trying to trade Desmond Bane. I like Desmond Bane.
But that's what chips are for.
If you kept Desmond Bane when he could have gotten you Jaylen Brown, that's malpractice.
Yeah, that's worse than the things that Boston used to do when they were passing.
Desmond Bane's had a nice month. Jaylen Brown is a all-star.
Yeah,
he's a all-star level player, and I think crucially he fits not only on the court but his mentality, off the court. He's a very high IQ, very determined. He would fit in with the mindset of the team. He wouldn't be a Ben Simmons where you're like, I don't know if you kind of have to make him. No, he would come right in and be right squarely with the mentality of the rest of the locker room. So that's a big bonus to me.
But this is buy low, sell high, though, right?
Would you trade if push came to shove? Would you trade Jaren?
No,
to get Jaylen Brown.
You'll be worse than Boston. What's better about Ja and Jaylen Brown than Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown?
It depends on how you feel about Jaylen Brown. I mean,
he's good.
If you feel
he's good, he's good as hell.
If you feel like he's a transformative player,
he's not.
Then you do that.
Because I also watched.
I don't think you. I don't think you do either.
Yeah.
I don't think you do either. But I'm just saying, that's why you might do it. You might consider it. But if I'm Boston, that's probably who I'm asking for. I don't really.
Who, Bane? You think Bane over? Bane
no,
over?
I'd ask for Jaren.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'd do it for.
Yeah. And we reply back
Dylan
with give us Tatum, right?
I mean, I don't see why they would.
So you feel like this is a real thing? You feel like they're actually about to trade him?
I don't think they're about to, but I do think they're actually
thinking about it.
I think they can look at the core of this thing and realize it's not going to work. And so once you come to that realization, then you do start thinking about things. And I think they're at that point where they're thinking about things. I'm not saying they're going to do it. I do think they probably would trade some of the other pieces, but I don't think they're going to touch Tatum. Brown, like maybe. Like it's.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised, but I wouldn't be just completely floored if it happened.
No,
I will be completely floored if we don't hear from Brett Norsworthy and Gabe Kuhn coming up very shortly with a fantastic edition of Sports Time. They're going to take you all the way to 6 o'clock tomorrow on the show. We're going to talk to our pal CJ Hurt, Steven Johnson. We're going to get ready for Tigers in Alabama. Big one tonight with the Grizzlies as well against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll talk about that too. Everybody have a really great Monday.